An Eritrean and an Ethiopian diplomat have held a meeting. How significant is this development, keeping in view the tension in bilateral relations between the two countries? Welcome to My Views in News. Thanks for watching the channel. Two main topics in this video. Firstly, a meeting between Eritrean and Ethiopian diplomats. Secondly, high-profile Amhara prisoners who are in prison, have been in prison for over a year, say that they are being subjected to humiliation, torture, and use of illegal means to uh, beat them, to harass them. Who is doing all this? Which force is behind these acts? Because these prisoners are in prison. No one from outside prison should be allowed to enter the prison. Firstly, there's a meeting between an Eritrean and an Ethiopian diplomat. Eritrea-Ethiopia relations very tense. The strained relations ongoing for almost a year now. Though they have embassies working in each other's countries, but there is zero communication on the highest level between the two sides. Isas and Abiy avoided each other at some recent international forums where they were participants there. Embassies working, but as I said earlier, no official fruitful engagement with the two sides. And I've been proposing that communication should not be cut off. The two sides should meet. They should exchange views. They should exchange their concerns. That is the best way forward, because once you get out of touch, then tensions rise. Two diplomats from the rivals, Eritrea and Ethiopia, held a meeting in New York. Was this meeting about tension in bilateral relations? Sophia Tesfamariam is Eritrean representative at the UN. She met with Tesfaye Yilma. Tesfaye is Ethiopian representative at the UN. The two are part of African Union's mission at the UN. And Sophia Tesfamariam handed over charge to Tesfaye Yilma at a meeting this week. So now Ethiopia will be heading the African Union mission in New York at the UN, replacing Eritrea. That is why Sophia met with Tesfaye, and Sophia exchanged views, activities with Tesfaye. Sophia led the mission in April, and in May it will be led by Ethiopian representative Tesfaye Yilma. A picture of the two diplomats is in circulation. Though the meeting was specifically about the African Union mission at UN in New York. But it was good to see. It's good to see the two sides at least sit and exchange views. I think diplomatic relations should never be cut off. Communication should continue, because if you sit, if you talk, it's good for you to understand each other. And sometimes solutions can be found through engagement. I have been proposing that there must be start of high-level dialogue between Eritrea and Ethiopia. Problem is that they meet behind closed doors. They give commitments to each other. And when the commitments are violated, they turn against each other. The commitments are made in secret. And when commitments are violated, hostilities become public. I mean, if hostilities are public, commitments should also be public. So I believe that Eritrea and Ethiopia should hold high-level discussions publicly. They should share their concerns with each other publicly. They should reach whatever commitment, whatever understanding they can reach with each other publicly. If publicly they reach agreements, it will be difficult for them to back down. Abiy and Isaias, they have been operating secretly. Now they don't trust each other because they agreed on some deals behind the scenes which are being violated, both accusing each other. Secondly, yours, Amhara, high profile prisoners are complaining that they're being subjected to inhuman treatment, being subjected to humiliation and torture. Christian Tadale and Johannes Buyale are the two senior most or highest level Amhara uh, people who are in prison, have been in prison for over a year. Christian Tadale is a member of parliament. He's from Nama. Johannes, Christian is member of House of Representatives. Johannes Buyale was part of ruling party, and he was member of Amhara Regional Council. Immunities of both of them have been revoked, I think, and they are at Kaliti prison. Their lawyers have filed a case saying that this week both Johannes and Christian were subjected to humiliation and inhuman treatment, which amounts to torture by the Ethiopian Federal Police. The lawyers say that at night, at midnight, federal forces stormed the cells of the two Amhara prisoners. They were dragged out of the cells and they were made to spend the entire night in an open field without anything to cover themselves. Other Amhara prisoners like Banbosan Asif or Gobaz Sisi, the journalist, their lawyers have also lodged similar complaints against the police, that federal police is committing these atrocities against the prisoners. Well, there is no independent institution which can inquire into these complaints. Once Ethiopian Human Rights Commission was given access to Johannes Buyale and Christian Tadale, and the commission raised concerns about the health condition of the two prisoners, about the conditions in which the prisoners are being kept. But might is right in Ethiopia, and the power is held by the government. Courts, under the thumb of the government, they have no real power. Their orders are violated. Executive, very strong. By executive, I mean forces. Forces working under direct command of the government. Government gives orders to the forces, federal force, Addis Ababa police, ENDF, intelligence agency. And when these forces take action, which is generally illegal, which is not in accordance with law, no other institution can challenge these forces. If judges resist, they are kidnapped. If prison officials resist, they'll be kidnapped. Basically, it's rule of the jungle, you can say, because security forces are not accountable. They're not accountable to anyone. There is no institution which can hold these security forces accountable. Amhara prisoners could have been released had they agreed to change their minds, had they agreed to apologize, they might have been released, but they are committed to the ideology which they support. They are refusing to sign apologies. They say they did nothing wrong. They are fighting for Amhara people. They are representing Amhara people. That is why such atrocities cannot break them. Despite the fact that some of these prisoners are facing some health conditions. To Johannes, and Christian both have been admitted at hospitals in the past during their imprisonment. Still, they are refusing to apologize, and uh, cases ongoing against them. It's not difficult in Ethiopia to file charges, to file a case against anyone. If the government wants people to be in prison, cases can be filed, verdicts can be given, punishments can be given to, because entire machinery is being controlled by the government. No institution is independent. Thanks for watching.